so fucking another fucking melody, just another fucking melody song, just fucking spontaneously ejaculated. All right, Saturday, 14:45, 55 seconds. We'll go to a different finger this time. For year 2025, 5th month, May 10th day. It's 5:10 today, 510. So this started popping on a C6. Started off with some acoustics. And everything's just improvisingly wanted to fucking speculate with it. Because that wasn't on the first part, but that was basically it. And then the fucking, song just started singing out. The melody lyrics just started singing out, and it's nothing special. It's just fucking just a 6/3. But then it went to a 2, and then it started climbing 3, 4, 5, and then the chorus came in on. Hold the 6. So that's the difference between those two parts. The first one goes 6/3/4 or the chorus goes 6/3/4 to 5. And this one goes 6/3/4 to 1, and then goes down the scale back down to 6. And then there was a now it wants to improvise and repeat that again, because that didn't happen the first time. Because it actually just went straight to the 5. And this is the pre-come note, except it's not going to go to the 1. The 1 is the 6 for the chorus. There's the 3. That's a sharp 5. That's the harmonic minor Ingwe. Now the harmonic minor isn't Ingwe. It's just that Ingwe is very closely connected to it, because the Ingwe word, remember Ingwe is just syllables. It's just energy. The Ingwe connection, or the anyway, Ingwe, Ingwe, Ingve, Vi, ve, vow. 3, 5, 4, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. You know, and this intense Scorpio full moon energy, you know, and to be able to feel the tenseness within the presentation for clarity and wanting to be on point and to be able to articulate the point vividly, Vivianly. The Campbell Gamble. Now we're on to fucking Dio. And then the picture of dragons coming to the invisible thought realm. Now dragons start to see dragons. Now flying dragons, cats with wings. Now this gets all to the Pope and to the Vatican, and the new international symbol, which is the flying cat, which this brother introduced to the local Veneto country fair, you know, where tits and dicks are out and all that shit. Some years ago, the only visit that he went to the country fair and got together with some of the cunts. But it's always nice when bringing up a point. It's always nice, you know, with all the flower sniffs around. It's always nice to be able to, there's something very fucking satisfying. There's the word right there. There's something very satisfying with being able to articulate a point while at the same time touching all the different flowers that there are to sniff, which are all the different picture flashes that flash in the invisible thought realms while something's being fucking brought up. Because it's so easy to get lost from the original destination, the original point. The brothers wanted, you know, the Ingwe point. This gets all the way back to the Ingwe point. Why is it called, why is the sharp 5 always, why is it always, why does it always bring Ingwe up? How come Ingwe always comes up with the sharp 5? Now there's a proper interpretation that goes deep in the psyche. And shortly put, to be blunt with it, it was Ingwe, J. Momstein, that the universal energy came through, or came with, in the heavy metal guitar music genre. When he came to America, but you know, back then it was the United States. America didn't always used to be the United States, and this is a whole different flower to sniff too. This is a flower to sniff on the point. Used to be a fucking America. Was no fucking United States, but all the children these days think that the United States is the United States and has always been the United States. Although there is a wonderful thing with the United States. But when United States has been used stuck in the mud, and abusively stuck in the mud with it, that's the problem. That's the big tax. That's the attack. You know, the Viking. You shall taste my steel. Give me what you got. Because that's the history to the Viking legends. Doesn't mean that the Vikings are all bad. Because everything that's good has a bad side. So don't feel picked on. Flow. I had to bring Steve Vai in here. Flow. Brother needs to go to the music store and get another pack of white flows right here. They got plenty of fucking crocodiles. But these flows are in season right now. That's why the pack is empty. Oh shit. One thing always leads to another. Pretty soon it's like juggling balls. We ain't just juggling. There ain't just fucking three balls being juggled here. There's fucking balls keep fucking adding to the juggle, and they keep coming. So it's kind of like turning and juggling at the same time. So the balls have to be thrown extra high. So when the back is turned to it, and then when the back comes back around and the front comes back around, now the ball is caught. Woo! 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 So this hand's going woo! Woo! And this hand is regulating the power to the drive on the balls going up and down. So now the brother wants to bust out the fucking electric guitar. You know, you have to shut the front door because sometimes it just gets loud as fuck in here, and the neighbor's got a you know. He's got a nice car out there he's wanting to customize, so it's always nice to be able to have focus while, you know. So sometimes you gotta regulate the sound engineers and shut the door when it comes time for loud time. Until everything gets, in an equilibrium. So. Now, you see if the brother should have some discipline to stay off the loudspeaker and just be right here now. One of these days the brother's got to get in here and repair this fucking cord again. It's getting really bad now. Probably just unconnect all this fucking tape. The tape isn't fucking holding anything. It functioned much more properly. It functioned much more properly without the tape, so. But now it's getting worse. because when the brother put the tape on, it made it fucking worse. Fuck. Brother's got a hole in it, so he just turns it upside down. So now the hole's up there, and then work this side of the pad. Get more mileage out of a postal fingertip. Heard some Ozzy Osbourne Post Malone the other day on the countryside. Where the fuck is Ozzy's? Oh, fuck. Ah, he went through the pocket. The brother brought Ozzy Osbourne to the fatherly visit yesterday. He's in the pocket. So, you know, shut the door for the cat too, because sometimes you got to regulate the cat and all that stuff. You got windows out here, the cat likes to breathe. So, the brother's been watching a lot of tarot card behavior patterns and energy cycles. You know, the self-labors, the self-disciplines, the self-regulations. God, that's so fucking loud. Turned up on this one. Brother's always having to regulate the fucking volume for these things. And one of these days he's gonna program it so he has. Brother needs 6 choices here. So he's only got 5 pedals on the pedal board, 5 buttons, and so there'll be volume levels. Volume level acoustic, volume level for the distortion, volume level acoustic, volume level for the distortion. 2 lower ones and 2 higher ones, and there's 5 pedals, and then have one of the extra 5th button be the fucking 3rd distortion button with a higher fucking volume, because when the mood strikes, you just want to fucking loud it out there. Getting the melody down while playing the chords too. That's called classical music. Right. Now Yngwie J. Malmsteen's coming up again. Because he's classically trained. Classically self-trained. And his classical self-training came from the environment he grew up in. And not everybody grows up in that environment. If they did, it's quite possible there would have been many fucking Yngwie J. Malmsteen energy outlets. Many. So what the brother's saying is that the Yngwie J. energy outlet it's not nothing special. Although it might seem special, and yet at the same time it is special. It goes both ways. And there's a third aspect, that's Queen, King, Child, or Queen, Child, King energy. But you know, all the spontaneous improvisation that just ejaculates, just spontaneously erects, it comes from the quiet playing. When the brother was just first picking up the guitar, because everything's so fucking quiet. And the louder shit gets, the more intense it gets, the more the creative, or the, you know, that ejaculative, spontaneous, the erectile, bonering, moaning energy, it fades out. It gets covered up with all the loudness, so that one loses touch with that sensitivity that started the whole fucking, the new song right from the beginning. And this is where the door wants to come open now. And the reason why the door wants to come open is because the body longs for oxygen. It doesn't like to be fucking stuffed up with fucking doors. You know? It doesn't like it. The doors want to be open, want some fucking air. Want some air flowing through, you know? But one thing leads to another that always leads to a new regulation. Can we get some military regulations here? Right? Because the planetary aspects are always moving through space. All the planetary energies, they're always moving through space. And each planetary ball is a conglomeration with certain chemicals, certain aspects, air, water, fire, earth, air, water, fucking fire, earth, air, water. And the fire signal is always springtime. That's the Aries, the ram. So springtime is the fiery energy. Like, fire it up, brother, fire it up. Springtime, to fire something up. That's when all the plants and the seeds, they come forth. They fire up. That's Aries the ram. Aries the ram. You know, like the Los Angeles Rams, the NFL football team, the Los Angeles Rams. There it is. a different melody. So now the brother has to get back into, here Yngwie's popping up again. Whenever Yngwie pops up, here comes Ozzy. Remember Ozzy, this is the D harmonica Ozzy. This is the D arpeggio. D major, listen. Happens to be tuned with the guitar, or the guitar is tuned. They're both tuned. It's not one over the other. They're both tuned to the same fucking chord. It just happens to be. And the brother had it happen that way, though. It was a conscious effort. Listen to that. That's a 1 and a 2. Now the song's, see how the song is coming forth now? And when the oh my God. It wants to change key right there. But those two notes are still notes in the previous key, which is the D key. D1, E2. But that's parts of the melody. Where the fuck's the D key at? Is that it? Yeah, it is. Ah, that's here. Alright, so you know, the brother is always striving to be able to give a clear picture during explanation, because there's nothing worse than having an explanation happen and there's no clear picture. It's just like sitting there listening to someone. Now, you can't see anything that the brother's wanting, the points that the brother's wanting to get across. just can't fucking see it. And so it's an automatic zone out. It's like daydreaming. It's daydreaming during the seminar. Daydreaming happens during the seminar when the speaker does not make it a point to be sure that everything he's fucking saying is crystally fucking clear, visually being able to be seen. There's nothing worse than that shit. Going just bored. It's called being fucking bored, listening to something, just bored as shit. God, I wish I could be fucking. Wouldn't have to be. Why the fuck did I get a ticket to see this movie for? This movie sucks. Why the fuck did I get a ticket to come to this webinar? Or why did I get a fucking ticket to join this seminar? This is fucking boring as fuck. Although the host made it sound as exciting as could be. Come join my thirstathon. Come join my thirstathon. Come join my thirstathon. We're having a thirstathon coming up here shortly. Be sure to sign up for the free webinar. Get all excited and join the webinar room and just fucking can't follow at all what the fuck the keynote speaker is saying. Just can't follow. Because the keynote speaker, although he might be able to see everything that he's saying, he doesn't realize that nobody in the fucking audience can't see what the fuck he's seeing. There's no realization to it at all. Although he's up there and he's all excited, he says, "Oh, this is great, wonderful," and everybody in the audience is like fucking daydreaming. Is like, "Fuck, why the fuck did I come to this seminar for? This sucks." I wish I would. And so they just leave, or they feel obligated. Well, if I leave, then I might insult the speaker. So they just sit there and bear with it. just fucking bored out of their fucking minds, right? There's nothing worse than a keynote speaker that has no fucking relation, that everything that he's saying, no one can see anything that he's saying. Although the speaker might be able to see everything he's saying, he might be able to see it and be all excited with it and convince himself that, oh, they probably see what I'm saying. But if he was really in tune to what was going on, he could look into the audience and see everyone's fucking faces and see that they're fucking daydreaming and they're bored as shit. There ain't no enthusiasm, there ain't no participation. They're just like fucking drone robots just sitting there like, oh fuck. There's nothing worse than being able to, there's nothing worse than a point that's trying to be made. And this gets all into court trials. There's nothing worse than a court trial happening and not being able to comprehend what the fuck the judge is up to. The judge isn't overseeing the courtroom to be sure that everything can be seen crystal clear. It's the same energy. The judge might be able to see clear what's going on, but everyone else in the courtroom just fucking bored as fuck. Like, what the fuck did I get summons to this bullshit? I gotta sit here and listen to the fucking king, and the king can't figure out that I can't see shit? I can't comprehend anything that he thinks that he sees? There's nothing worse than being stuck in that situation. Nothing worse than being stuck in that situation. It's called being bored as shit. Wishing that I was somewhere else right now. And so that's where the daydreams start coming in. I'm just going to start, and it's automatic. The daydreams just start coming in automatic. I wish, it's kind of like fucking the Wizard of Oz movie. Dorothy with fucking clicking the fucking red fucking shoes, the red pedophile shoes. You ever notice the red pedophiles, the red shoes represent pedophile, okay? For those who don't understand Hollywood language. Red shoes, and everybody out in town wearing red shoes, those red shoes represent sacrificing children. It's the blood that's been spilled. It's pedophile, right? It's molestation, rape, it's all the same thing. But what the brother's saying is when Dorothy clicks her shoes, she said she wished she was home. She wishes she was home. In other words, she says, I've been summoned to the king's court, and I'm sitting here, and I'm forced to have to sit here and listen to the fucking king, and I can't comprehend anything the fucking king is sharing, because the king can't realize that I can't follow him. The king realized, Dorothy realizes, I can't follow this fucker. I don't even want to fucking follow this fucker. Although he's forcing me to have to follow him. The reason why I don't want to follow him, I don't want to even be around the fuckers, because everything he's saying, he can't figure out that I can't even comprehend anything that he's saying. Although he's convinced himself, that everybody in the audience can see what he's seeing. He's convinced himself. But the thing is, he hasn't convinced himself. It's just that he's unconscious. He can't even see. The king can't even see that everybody in the audience can't see what he's saying. Because he himself is unconscious. Could be. It's just a could be. It's just a could be. Not saying that it is. It's just a could be. So anyway, there's another lovely flower sniff with some neighborly, villagely front door open. It's like having a conversation on the front porch. People gather on the front porch and conversations naturally happen. And there's other people, other living organs all around. Humans, birds, bugs, trees, dirt, everything's living. Everything has atoms and cells. It's just universal energy. Everything hears what's going on. It ain't no different than sitting on the front porch having conversations. And the volume levels to the voice go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down according to the energies. So anyway, now getting back to the song. But the thing is, it's not getting back to the song, it's all part with the song. Everything going on is the song. It's still the song. Everything is still the song. It all goes together. Now that right there was the instrument continuing the melody, but the body and the voice ran out. There wasn't energy to sing it there. Although it could have been forced, the body could have been forced to sing it out there. So knowing how to fluctuate that, when the body doesn't feel like singing a particular line, and it could be line after line after line, that's the beauty to the instrument that continues the melody, that the energy still wants to carry. Now this gets back to the Ozzy, because remember because Ozzy showed up. That's the Jupiter energy, because Ozzy is a Jupiter. That's Sagittarius, half man, half horse. When Ozzy shows up, remember Ozzy, the Wizard of Oz, replace of with love. The Oz Wizard, rename the Hollywood movie, The Oz Wizard. Get rid of the fucking word of for a while. Call it the Oz Wizard instead of the Wizard of Oz. Or at least put an L-O-V and call it the Wizard Love Oz. Because the wizard represents the king that has no love for the kingdom. So, in order to put some love in the kingdom, start calling it the Wizard Love Oz. Because Oz represents the land. See? Oz is the kingdom. It's the Wizard of Oz, or the king of a nation. See? Now things are being seen more clearly when a keynote speaker knows how to be sure that everything is seen clearly. Huh? Big difference. Now no one's bored out of their fucking mind wanting to fucking doze off in the fucking dreamland. Right? Now there's a kingdom that stands strong when everyone sees the same thing, the same point, driven. Oh my God, that song is just starting to flow, and that went to the G key because D is a note or Ozzy, and that includes Sharon. Be nice to Ozzy now. Quit throwing Ozzy around all over the table. Be nice. Set Ozzy down gently. That was a B note, which is the 6, which is the 6 that brings Ingwe up. The 6. All right. Now the reason the 6 is so closely connected with the Ingwe is because that's the most popular minor arpeggio number that's played in heavy metal music. Most popular. We're talking radio friendly here. The 6. B is the 6th note with the G key. And here's the G note, which is always number 1. The key note is always number 1. That's do, a deer, a female deer, a drop of golden daughter, me a name to write a claim for a long way to run. So a needle and some thread, law, a note that follows so. Tea, a jinkwig, dram, and bread that'll bring us back to 1, 6. But that wasn't 6, it's 1, 6. No, that's not 6, that's 3. 6. That's called musical relationship. 1, 6, 6, and there's the 6 arpeggio. That's where the daydreaming comes in. God, fucker, I can't follow you. I don't even want to follow you. Well, I don't want you to follow me either. I'm not here to make a point. I'm just here to play. It can go down that road. Not saying that that's what's going on, or that's the atmosphere that's going on right now. Anyway, but the overall point is to be able to share something, which is also the word teach. But there's a difference between the word teach and the word share. Although the two combined are a powerhouse. The two combined are a powerhouse. The two combined are a powerhouse. To teach someone is to force someone. To share something is to throw out the option. To teach someone is to force is to force someone to learn something. It's known as a teacher out in the public. And that teacher has been commissioned to force the student to have to learn what he's learning, and if the student doesn't learn what the teacher is teaching, then the teacher will flunk the student. That's called the force. To teach someone is a molestation. It's a rape. But to share something is to throw out an option with no strings attached. To share something. Think on that one for a while. That's the difference between teach and think. And the only reason that think is interpreted that way, because that's how the society has been running for many centuries. Many centuries. And the teacher holds the power, commissioned through the Vatican, who reports to some alien extraterrestrial, probably, could be. The teacher has been commissioned, and the word commissioned means that the teacher passed the test from the overseer, and the overseer gave the teacher permission to teach out in the public. But that's called a commission, because the teacher sucked someone else's dick higher than him and pleased the one who's getting his dick sucked or his dictionary read. It's the same thing. To suck someone's dick is to be able to read someone's dictionary. That's called the boss, or the gang leader, the highest guy on the totem pole that's controlling everything. Right? Which remember, which could also be at the same time, it could just be unconsciousness. It could be an unconscious child. That's all. Could be. Not saying that it is. Could be. But the brother brings all this up because the word teacher is predominantly known out in society as someone that has the power to force someone to learn something, and if they don't learn it, then they get shunned in society and thrown out on the street. You go out on the street and live, you ain't get nothing, because you didn't suck my dick good the way I liked it sucked. You see how that goes? Huh? That's the reason there's a difference between the word to teach someone and to share with. There's the word with now. To share with someone. There's a big difference. Although the two together are a powerhouse, though. And the reason it's a powerhouse, because when the two are together and they're equally together, then it's a powerhouse. But if there's too much energy into teaching everyone or forcing everyone to have to learn something, and if they don't learn it, then they get kicked out on the street to have their feet rot, have their teeth fall out, their feet catch fucking fungus and all that shit, and all the rest of the disease that happens from being shunned in society because the gang leader or the pimp or unconsciousness didn't get their dick sucked the way he likes to have it sucked. You see how that goes? It becomes obvious that, according to the evidence, to be able to observe something and look around in society and see and say to oneself, oh my God, I'm starting to see what's been going on around here. I thought the teachers were the highest guys on the totem pole, and they were to be the ones to look up to and worship, all the teachers. And then Jesus comes along and he says, fuck all these teachers. Fuck them till they get pregnant with equality. Huh? That's the message of Jesus. Although there was no fucking Jesus. Because it's just a story. And a story is just universal energy that wants to be recognized and observed as evidence, as something that could be going on. Now, not saying that there wasn't no Jesus, because there could have been a Jesus. There could have been many Jesuses too. Many people in history that have shared that knowledge. Not just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus in one book. And Jesus wasn't just Jesus' name. Jesus had probably different names to describe the same energy. Could have been Buddha or Allah. and whatever anyone wanted to call it. So that's the D. Okay. So the brother had to have some lovely door time. That's what front porches are for conversation. Otherwise, the general contractor would not have put these porches on these front houses if he didn't want to have conversations going on in the fucking neighborhoods. Now, would you? Especially when it's raining out. But not only that, it feels like a nice, nesty, comfortable shelter to be able to have a front porch on the fucking house. There's something very comforting with it. It feels protective. It's not like being out in the open field where the lion's gonna come. Oh, there's some free prey right there. The fucking lion will come. There ain't no front porch. Because he sees some prey that there's no protection. There's no protection with the prayer. You see? Without singing it, but sing it with the instrument. for the instrument coming in with the melody that was just spontaneously erected through a mouth, the reason for it is because when the body becomes weary, yet the air wants to continue the melody, that's where the financial instruments come into play. Could be. Now remember, could be. Not saying that that's what's going on. So everything's an option. Everything's an option to enjoy. And it could be an option just to enjoy for a moment. The next moment could be something different. There's a new court right there that wanted to come in. That's a whole new judge right there. There's a bailiff in there. That's called the song change. A change with the song. That's the siren. It goes up and down the registers, the high notes to the low note. The siren. That court right there came in. Societally speaking, the case has just been handed off to another court. That's the universal principle. Societally speaking, universally speaking, the universal principle energy. The case is just another word for that which is being examined. Evidence. Evidence. The story being told. Also known as a claim. Everyone has a claim. Everyone has a claim. Well, I saw this. This is the way I saw what was going on. This is the way I saw what was going on. This is the way I saw what was going on. All the different expressions come into play here. Now, the point for bringing this up, moving the case to a different court, the point for bringing that up is hey, remember, the melody is being sung out the voice, out the mouth. The melody is being sung out the mouth. And when the body grows weary, or the body doesn't have the strength to figure out the court that the case was moved to, or to figure out the new note. Or let's see. Well, hold on now. Hold on. Hold on. Bear with it. Bear with it. Bear with it. To hold on is to bear with something. Bear with it. Hold on. Hold on now. In other words, don't get lost. Hold focus right there now. The point's coming. Hold focus. Now remember, it's up to the teacher or the one sharing the evidence. It's up to the one sharing the evidence to be able to hold the focus. To hold the focus. As it could be, remember, everything as it could be. But there's option. There's option for the one sharing to hold the focus. Option. So, looking to locate that note, looking to be able to locate the note, the new note, or the new chord on the instrument. Otherwise, singing the note comes very natural and very easy. But to be able to locate the note on the instrument and play that same note that was just sung without having to experiment and look around for it and go and have a doctor's visit and get cut up and all that shit. It's an instant. There's a cure that's provided. In other words, it gets right to it. It knows exactly which note to hit on the instrument. All the different notes that there are. The note that was just sung, the new note. Talking the new note. The new note. Which is no different than moving everything to a new chord or a different chord. It's all the same energy. A new note is a new chord. But the point is to be able to, after singing the new note, to become so skilled at music, become so skilled at communication, to be so skilled at sharing evidence at the court, to become so skilled that the note that was sung can be easily the same note played with the financial instrument. The instruments, the guitars, the pianos, everything that brings in the temporal night order money. Instruments. That's why they're called financial instruments, because everything's connected and rooted in sound or vibration, which is another word for music. 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 And music is to present a story or a claim or evidence. And to present it in a clear, crystal clear way, so clear to present evidence so clear, so obviously, it's very easy to see it. Very easy. The evidence is so fucking obviously, easily seen. There ain't no fucking doubts going on no more. It's, I'm seeing clearly, now I'm seeing clearly what you're wanting to present here at the court. Shit, I never saw that. Oh, fuck. Where the fuck did you fucking come from? Holy shit. How the fuck did you figure that shit out? How the fuck did you see that? All that comes with it. And there's one word to answer that question. It's called engineer. Train, fucker. Train. We're talking tons upon tons upon tons of fucking freight steel. Tons upon tons of metals. Train. That's how that was seen. Train. Wow. Woo! As it could be. Remember, it's just a could be. Not saying that it is. Otherwise, if it wanted to get locked into, then it would go around town and thump everyone over the head and say, you better fucking believe what I just fucking shared. Fucker, you better kiss my goddamn ring. And if you don't kiss my fucking ring, I'm gonna butt fuck your ass. Remember, everything's an option. And that brings in the big Sharon. Ooh, big cat in the front yard. Panther platform, Jaguar, military top fucking gun. Which is just another way to say the universal mother. The universal mother, the affectionate, gentle one that knows how to raise a child. It's all natural. Everything's nature. Could be. Remember, could be. Unless one wants to get locked in. One want to get locked in on one fucking interpretation. To be free floating and flow like water. What did Bruce Lee say? Flow like water, man. Flow like water. Anyway, that's part one. Part two might be coming up. Remember, be still at the end of the video lest there's blurry movement coming on when the off button is clicked.